Anyway, I think Spurs need to be careful because teams don't play with freedom versus us. If they decide to play with freedom, look at what happened to PSV. Lol, Spurs fans need to wake up. I saw Pep last season embrace time-wasting tactics versus Arsenal. That kind of brings us on to the Arsenal conversation, really. Arsenal-Tottenham this weekend. How do you see it going, brother? Massive game. Both sets of fans seem really confident going into this one. What's your opinion on it all?
First of all, before I even get to the North London derby, I just want to say quickly, I'm gonna have a quick rant about the Premier League. The Premier League is a disgrace. Putting Liverpool, West Ham, Chelsea, Villa, and the North London derby all at the same time is an absolute disgrace. And this has nothing to do with Newcastle. This is not an anti-Newcastle rant. But I'm saying, who even is trying to watch Newcastle Sheffield to begin with? Sheffield United fans and Newcastle fans. No one else is trying to watch that shit. The 4:30 slot was supposed to be the North London derby. This is what we're used to. We're used to 4:30 North London derby, 2 p.m. You get two nice games to watch. By the way, with Newcastle, they played Tuesday anyway, so they could have played Saturday. It's not like they needed that extra day to begin with. Number one. Number two, from a Premier League perspective, isn't the strongest weapon of the Premier League marketing, where you can give viewers 2, 3, 4 different games to watch. I look at this Saturday, and okay, City play Forest, Man United play Burnley. Sunday, we've got 3 of the games all at the same time. I think I speak for all neutrals when I say everyone, neither Arsenal nor Spurs fans, all of us want to watch the North London derby. That's a very fun game to watch. But now that's gone. If you're a Liverpool fan, you can no longer do
that.
They
should have done. That game should have been, as you say, it could have been the 4:30 game, or it could have been the Saturday game. It could have been a game on Saturday, 12:30 on Saturday, or 5:30. It could have been. It needs to be a nice. Having it on at the same time as Liverpool and Chelsea play is horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous.
And by the way, if the 4:30 game was good, fair enough. But once again, I want to reiterate, this is not an anti-Newcastle rant. I would have said the same if it was like, I don't know, like Brighton, Sheffield, or whatever. The point is that it's not I'm not saying fuck Newcastle. I'm saying I have a problem with the Premier League because from a scheduling perspective, you need to wake up. That day, everyone's going to go watch La Liga at 4:30. No one's interested in that game. But anyway, North London derby. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't buy any Postecoglou hype yet. Spurs have fooled us all before. They fooled us with Mourinho. They fooled us with Nuno Santo, who also won Manager of the Month. They fooled us with Antonio Conte. They fooled us with Pochettino before them. So I'm not buying any Tottenham Hotspur hype. I refuse to buy any Tottenham Hotspur hype. I refuse to buy any copium. I don't smoke drugs, and I ain't gonna start now. So I will refuse to back Tottenham Hotspur in this game. I think Arsenal absolutely humiliate Tottenham Hotspur this Sunday. I've got Arsenal winning this game 4-1. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. All the Spurs hype, oh my God, Postecoglou, manager of the month, Maddison, player of the month, all this crap. No one gives a fuck about Spurs. Spurs are going to go back to their same hole again, and it's going to be the same shit all over again. And everyone's going to go like, oh yeah, we did Postecoglou hype too soon. Yes, you did. Listen, Postecoglou is a fantastic guy. He's a great guy. I'm sure we've all watched that video. Looks like a fantastic guy. Very happy for him for the start he did at Tottenham Hotspur. I've got no problem with it. But Arsenal are going to humiliate Spurs this Sunday. 4-1. My honest prediction is 4-1. Sorry, I said 7. I thought Liverpool United. 4-1. And the reason is Spurs are going to play open, expensive football. Postecoglou said it himself. He said, we're going to play our way everywhere. I'm sorry, he said it himself. Why should I need to speak on theories and fucking conspiracies? The man himself, from his own mouth, what did he say? He said, I'm going to play offensive football. You want to go to the Emirates, you want to play offensive football. If you want to play offensive football at the Emirates, you better be City, you better be Liverpool, you better be Madrid, you better be one of those teams. Those are the teams that can play offensive football. Don't think you can pull up to the Emirates, because the Emirates is no longer the Emirates from 5 years ago. This Emirates is now a cauldron. This is now a fortress. So you can't bring any random team and come tell me play offensive football. All this Bissouma hype, Maddison hype, blah, blah, all of this ends this Sunday. Spurs are going to get shat on, mark my words, and they will absolutely get humiliated. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if I wasn't like someone who likes to be objective, if I'm doing a combined 11, I'd probably put maybe 11, Arsenal players in there, just out of disrespect on Tottenham Hotspur. But if I were to respect Spurs a bit, maybe I'm putting 2 players in there. I've already seen it from the Spurs fans. Spurs fans are already saying Bissouma is better than Rice. No, he hasn't been. No, he hasn't been. Rice is clearly. I'm so sorry that the standard at Tottenham is so low that the guy comes and puts in 3 tackles and suddenly he's better than Declan Rice. No, he's not. Declan Rice starts for Liverpool, by the way. That's how good he is. Declan Rice, you could even argue maybe alongside Rodri, he could start for Manchester City, maybe ahead of Matheus Nunes. He's not better than Rodri. Of course, he's the best DM in the world. So for me, I'm looking at this Arsenal team, and I don't see Spurs exploiting any weaknesses. Richarlison's crap. Kulusevski's overrated as fuck. Son has to play down the middle for him to have any sort of performance. I'm going 4-1 Arsenal, and I think it's going to be a bloodbath, and the Spurs fans are going to get upset, and they're all going to say the same shit. But hey, we got our Tottenham back. Why? Because they made 5 passes in a row. Shit club, shit fan base. They just don't have any winning mentality at that club. So yeah, thank God I'm not a Spurs fan. That's my thoughts on the North London derby.
You don't like them, do you? You've got a real problem with Spurs.
You know my problem with Spurs? Last summer, I came on the terrace and I went on YouTube and I spoke on Twitter and I said, guys, Tottenham Hotspur are coming this season. It's Antonio Conte. You know, they got 4th over Arsenal. They beat Arsenal, saying Tottenham's Day is back. Antonio Conte is building something. Oh, look, they bought Bissouma. Oh, look, they bought this guy. They bought that guy. And then the train came crashing. And then people tried to speak to me like, oh, Sam, you were backing Tottenham Hotspur. So now you've got to answer for their crimes. No, I ain't going to answer for that shit club's crimes. I'm not involved. I refuse to put any respect on Tottenham Hotspur's name unless they lift a trophy. I refuse to put... By the way, Terry Flewers over here and everyone in the chat didn't put respect on Liverpool till we lifted something. All this fucking respect. By the way, Arteta, people mock him. He's won an FA Cup. Bro, lift something and then I will take you seriously. All this Postecoglou, nice football, madness. I don't give a fuck. Where's your trophy? You got knocked out by Fulham. So now go and win that FA Cup and then maybe I will give you respect. But you will never hear me respect Spurs ever again until they bring me VVS, habibi. Bring me diamonds. Bring me trophies. Even I have a trophy and Spurs don't. Win something. Win something and then I will speak to you. Don't come try speak to me when you have 0 fucking... I have this trophy. I won this trophy. It's plastic. It's fake. But I've won more trophies in my lifetime than Tottenham Hotspur. So all this crap means nothing. Win something and then I'll take you seriously. All this good, sexy football to what? Beat Sheffield United 2-1 at the end of the game? This Sunday, bloodbath, Terry. I promise I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you I told you so. It's going to end 4-1 to Arsenal. They're going to ruin Spurs. Sorry.
You ain't got to apologize. You're free to say what you want on the football terrace. This is straight facts. I mean, look, I get where you're coming from. I've been very surprised by the size of the mouth from some Spurs fans. It's bigger. This reference won't mean much to you, but if you're a Londoner, it will. Their mouths right now are bigger and wider than the Black Wall Tunnel. It's a big tunnel that goes through London, right? Big old tunnel. And they've started the season well. I think they've been excellent. I'm buying into the Big Ange hype. I think I didn't think he'd be that good, and he really is looking that way. But some of the things I'm seeing Spurs fans say, we are going to go to the Emirates and batter Arsenal. I can't get my head around it. I can't get my... Do they realize how good Arsenal are? I don't quite get it. And you're also setting yourselves up for such failure. Why kind of put that pressure upon your team this early under Big Ange? I don't kind of get it, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe it's a bit of projection. Maybe it's a little bit of bravado, putting on a little bit of front, something along those lines.
But you heard this, Terry? Be honest. How many?
Bro,
you've been a commentator for a long time. You heard this with Poch. You heard this with Nuno. You heard this with Mourinho. You heard this with Conte. Like, how long are we going to do the same shit over and over again? And with all due respect, even when Tottenham Hotspur were so much better than Arsenal, they still didn't go to the Emirates and win. And I'll say this right now, okay? People in the chat right now know I'm a Liverpool fan, right? If I said I'm going to come to the Emirates and play my style of football, an Arsenal fan would hold his hand up and he'd say, okay, I think we could beat Liverpool, but I respect Liverpool. I'm going to be honest with you, no one respects Spurs. I wish we were playing Spurs because we'd batter them too. All the Spurs hype, it makes no sense to me. Postecoglou said he's going to play offensive football. I dare Ange Postecoglou go play offensively at the Emirates. I dare you. I dare you. I double dare you, furthermore, Ange Postecoglou. Go play offensive football at the Emirates. Right now, go play offensive football. If he doesn't get absolutely smoked, Martinelli versus Pedro Porro. Who's their left? Udogie against Saka. Romero is a fucking overrated bozo. I've never seen a more overrated defender my whole. Oh, Romero's so fucking overrated. Mickey van de Ven, fantastic center back. If this was fucking marathon sprinting, but that's what we're not talking.
Genuinely, if we were going to do a combined 11 now, right? So who would you put in? Who would you put in goal?
Okay, you want me to be genuine?
Genuine, yeah.
Okay, genuine. Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel. I'd say based on form, I'm gonna give it Udogie because Zinchenko hasn't played that much anyway. He's back from injury.
Okay.
Midfield 3, I do a double pivot of Bissouma and Rice. I play Odegaard ahead of them because Partey is injured. If Partey was fit, he starts ahead of Bissouma. The front 3, I'm going Saka on the right, of course, clear of Kulusevski. I'm going down the middle. People keep saying Maddison, bro. If any person seriously thinks Maddison is better than Odegaard, go buy this. Go buy this. Go get yourself a pair of glasses as quick as possible. Odegaard, you're comparing Maddison to Odegaard. Also, with all due respect, this wasn't a conversation last season. Is it just Maddison have had a good start against Man United, who Brighton beat? Is it because he had a good start against Sheffield United? Is it because he had a good start against fucking Burnley? Grow up. Of course, Odegaard's better than Maddison. And then on the left, Martinelli. Down the middle, you think I'm going to put Richarlison? You think I'm going to put Mr. Overrated Heung-min Son? Fuck no. I'm putting whoever the fuck you want to play down the middle from Arsenal. Put Edin Ketia. Put Trossard. Whoever you want.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, Jesus gets in it. Yeah, I would honestly go with 2 as well. You know, Maddison's had a good start, but listen, if Bruno leaves Man United tomorrow and we can pick between Odegaard and Maddison if they were available, I'm picking Odegaard.
Everyone's picking Odegaard.
I'm genuinely picking Odegaard in terms of that. Look, I think Son's good, but I think Martinelli's got more to his game. I think he's got a lot. I think overall he's got more to his game. Right hand side, Saka walks in. He's so much better. And again, when everyone's fit, Partey's better than Bissouma, and Zinchenko's better than Udogie. So
thank you.
It's not even disrespectful to say Arsenal win it. 11, have 11 better players. Now that doesn't mean that it guarantees Arsenal win at all. But this is Tottenham's first massive test.
Football, Terry.
Mate, again,
to the Arsenal.
I'm so intrigued. I'm so intrigued to see how Tottenham play. By the way, if they go there and dominate the ball and win, you will see nobody praise them more than I. I will hold my hand up. But
same. I will put my hands up. And all Spurs
I think it's risky. Bro. I've seen. The thing is, it's like getting in the ring with an absolute banger, like a knockout artist in boxing, and saying, "Do you know what? I'm leaving my jaw open and I'm swinging my fists." I see a lot of people try that back in his peak with Mike Tyson, and it didn't end well. It didn't end well. You had to do it different. You had to outbox him. And I think going hell for leather, it may not work. This year, from Mr. Tybox says, so Sam on Spurs is pure gold. Terry, I feel for you right now with Man United. Have a great weekend, guys. They get destroyed Sunday and they'll be there to watch. It's going to be an interesting weekend to me. My brother gets married tomorrow, so I'm at the wedding in the morning and early afternoon, but I will be back for the match reaction for Man United in the evening because it's not a late one. It's the second time he's getting married to the same woman. It's true. Yeah, so it's much. I even told my brother straight, I said, I'm not getting you a wedding present or giving you money again. You had that last time. So they got married, and 3 years ago they got divorced. And they getting remarried.
Give him money in an envelope.
No. None. He's getting. I told him you're getting none, bruv. You're getting my presents, and that's it. I'm taking a day off.
Can I ask you genuinely, right? If Spurs go play into the Emirates and play actual football, like they want to play possession, right? If they go do that at Arsenal, is there a bigger chance of me ending up with Megan Fox or them getting a result? Be honest.
I look at it this way. Look, they might listen. Arsenal might let them have the ball at times and go, great, we'll counterattack you. And if they get, listen, Man United had ample opportunity at White Hart Lane, especially in the first half, to score. We picked them apart at times. We just didn't finish our chances. And in the second half, Spurs deserved to win. I won't change my mind, but they weren't perfect. They just got over the line at home against Sheffield United. Arsenal are so much better defensively. It's unbelievable than Sheffield United. And I think Spurs have started excellently. But again, this notion that, yes, we're ready to go to the Emirates and beat Arsenal. Again, not every Spurs fan has said it, but on the terrace, all but George have come on and said it. So for me, it's like, slow down a little bit. I don't think you've got to go in that deep.
Also, when you say Spurs have started really well, right? Can we just quickly analyze that statement? Because, you know, I hear you. Okay, they started well. They won a couple of games. Let's just analyze that quickly. So they started the season. They drew with Brentford, 2-2 away from home. They beat Man United at home, which we all gave him credit for, but we didn't know Man United are going to be this crap. They beat Bournemouth. Oh, hooray, you beat Bournemouth. What a tough game that is. They lost to Fulham, Carabao Cup on penalties. They beat Burnley, who we all, 99% of us have getting relegated, and they beat Sheffield in extra time. Am I going to compare that to fucking Arsenal, who are playing European football as well, and aren't in the round 2 of the Carabao Cup because they are not a shit club and they're serious? Come on, man. We have to be respectful here. I genuinely don't see a world in which Spurs even get a result.
I think they've started well. I understand what you're saying. I think they have started well, though. This is a weird comment. It says, are you smoking Budge, whatever that is? Maddison won the Premier League. Bruv, Maddison joined Leicester in 2018. He did not win the Premier League with Leicester. He won the FA Cup. Bruv, do your research before you speak, young man or woman.
Okay, and Kavkov, can I tell you something quickly? Sorry. You claiming that Maddison Premier League is like me claiming Odegaard's Champions League with Real Madrid. So where do we go from here? You want to play that game? We can both play that game,
but Leicester won the league 2 to 3 years before he joined.
No, I'm saying even if he wants to claim it, even if.
Okay.
Are you going to claim the Odegaard Champions League? No. So exactly.